The sports community was astonished by a recent collaboration involving Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan. An extraordinary event unfolds when the most stunning female basketball player joins forces with the greatest basketball player of all time to enhance someone's life. When they presented Sophie Cunningham with a $27 million offer, she was left in disbelief. Sophie Cunningham, a seasoned WNBA player known for her determination and dedication, was called to a meeting. She expected a routine discussion about plays or team strategies for the upcoming season. However, Michael Jordan made an appearance. Yes, that Michael Jordan. Following him was Caitlin Clark, a rookie sensation who has been revolutionizing the sports landscape. Upon receiving the news, Sophie's reaction was remarkable. Nike pledged $27 million. This amount surpasses what most WNBA players have experienced throughout their entire careers. We are witnessing a transfer of wealth across generations. This kind of support not only transforms individual lives but also secures the future of families for many years ahead. Yet, this narrative extends beyond a single individual receiving compensation. It is about women's basketball finally gaining the recognition and support it rightfully deserves. Michael Jordan, the architect of Nike's basketball empire, played a pivotal role in making this possible. For years, WNBA players have faced inequitable treatment regarding endorsements. While most WNBA athletes are fortunate to earn a few $1,000s each year from sponsorships, NBA players secure contracts worth hundreds of millions. It is infuriating to witness talented female athletes exerting equal effort yet receiving significantly less compensation than their male counterparts. Sophie Cunningham is acutely aware of this disparity. Since being drafted by the Phoenix Mercury in the 2019 NBA draft, she has established herself as a reliable three-point shooter and a player who brings intensity to every game. Last season, she achieved a shooting percentage of 37.8% from beyond the arc and averaged 8.2 points per game, impressive statistics for any team. However, excelling as a basketball player has not always translated into lucrative endorsement deals. While Sophie may have a contract with a modest sports brand and a few local sponsorships, these do not provide substantial financial rewards. The landscape shifted dramatically with the arrival of Caitlin Clark. Clark did not merely sign a contract with the WNBA. She boldly proclaimed that women's basketball was ready for the spotlight, effectively breaking down barriers. Her presence attracted unprecedented viewership, drawing in audiences who had previously overlooked women's basketball, eager to discover the source of the newfound excitement. Nike came to the realization that they had overlooked a significant opportunity when they discovered Clark's impressive TV ratings, which rivaled those of men's games, alongside sold-out venues and a social media presence that marketing executives could only aspire to. Historically, few female basketball players have entered into agreements that included ambitions to establish their own shoe brands. At this juncture, Michael Jordan becomes relevant. In addition to being a wealthy retired athlete, MJ remains closely associated with Nike and the Jordan brand. He has shown interest in the developments within women's basketball. Observing the increasing popularity of women's sports, the entrepreneur who revolutionized athlete endorsements decided to take action. Jordan and Clark engaged in discussions about enhancing women's basketball. They both recognized that merely compensating one prominent individual was inadequate. A comprehensive elevation of the entire sport was essential. It was then that Sophie Cunningham's name was brought up. Despite being rivals on the court, Sophie and Caitlin had developed a friendship. Consequently, Jordan and Clark proposed to Nike that they wanted Sophie to be part of the new wave of endorsements for women's basketball. This was not a trivial matter. It would attract media attention and illustrate to other companies the potential benefits of investing in WNBA players. The negotiation process must have been exhilarating. Securing $27 million for a role player is indeed remarkable. Nonetheless, Jordan played a significant role, and Clark's fame added credibility to the situation. Essentially, she was asserting, "This is my league, these are my colleagues, and they deserve fair compensation." They alerted Sophie that the upcoming meeting would be emotionally intense. Initially, she found it difficult to accept. The agreement encompasses cash, marketing initiatives, signature apparel, and opportunities for international brand expansion. We are examining Sophie Cunningham's potential for stardom. Nike's financial commitment to Sophie serves as a cautionary tale for other companies. One does not need to be the most prominent celebrity to warrant a substantial salary. Veterans, teammates, and supporting players are all vital. Numerous other athletes who have been undervalued for an extended period may gain from this. Now, reflect on the importance of $27 million for Sophie Cunningham. In the WNBA, the highest salary is roughly $200,000 per year. Even if she were to continue playing for another decade at the maximum salary, she would not earn nearly as much as she would with this Nike deal. This sum is intended for retirement. It will provide your family with enduring financial stability. There have been speculations regarding other companies reassessing WNBA players. Considering that Nike is prepared to invest $27 million in Sophie Cunningham, one might wonder how much Adidas, Under Armour, or New Balance would allocate for other athletes. The market has suddenly expanded. Securing a player with such a lucrative endorsement deal is crucial for the Indiana Fever, as it enhances the team's overall visibility. A team whose players have attracted substantial sponsorships may appeal to free agents. Additionally, the global implications are intriguing. Given that Nike operates on a global scale, this agreement likely opens avenues for international marketing. Sophie has the potential to represent women's basketball both nationally and internationally. Such visibility could increase the sport's viewership abroad and draw in new fans in regions where women's basketball remains relatively obscure. The involvement of Michael Jordan further complicates this narrative. He transformed the way players view endorsements. His Air Jordans set the standard for athletic branding. Caitlin Clark also merits significant recognition. It is conceivable that she focused exclusively on her business and personal finances. Instead, she is adopting a more holistic strategy and leveraging her network to help other athletes achieve financial success. This mindset of a rising tide lifting all boats is crucial for women's sports. This acquisition could profoundly influence the future operations of the WNBA. Negotiations regarding collective bargaining agreements and salary caps may be affected if athletes can secure substantial earnings through endorsements. The league may need to adapt to a new reality where endorsements significantly contribute to player salaries. This represents a prudent long-term investment for Nike. The appeal of women's sports is set to grow. They are positioning themselves as the brand that championed women's basketball before it gained widespread popularity by engaging and taking calculated risks. Sophie is now under considerable pressure to perform. Nevertheless, her career thus far suggests she is well-equipped for this challenge. Nike did not select a player arbitrarily. They select an individual who embodies the values they wish to associate with their brand. Will similar arrangements occur in the future? Will an increasing number of former celebrities invest in women's sports as Jordan has? Will Sophie's success motivate more companies to take a risk on WNBA players? The landscape of women's basketball is irrevocably changed. This much is clear. People take notice when Caitlin Clark and Michael Jordan unexpectedly provide someone with $27 million. The focus shifts. In that moment, a young girl perfecting her jump shot realizes that her aspirations hold greater significance than anything she has previously been taught. Wearing Nike apparel represents the future.